You ever have one of those moments where you think you're finally out free, clear on your own patch of ground, and then some petty tyrant tries to drag you right back in? Yeah, that happened. Let me back up a sec. Name's Jared Livingston, 39 years old, financial analyst by day. And up until about a year ago, a pretty damn docile member of the Willowcrest Homeowners Association. 8 long years I spent in that pastel-painted, micromanaged, smile-for-the-newsletter suburb. I followed the rules, trimmed the hedges, even put up with Karen's endless emails about community values, thinking, okay, this is fine until my life changed. My portfolio hit a high, and for the first time since the pre-pandemic days, I had enough to make a break for it. So I bought my dream, 5 wide-open Californian acres, a 1-story ranch, solar panels everywhere, not a single gate, no board. No one to tell me where my trash cans could go. I moved out in 3 weeks, house on the market bank, notified utilities, switched left behind a little basket with coffee and snacks. Yeah, I'm that guy. Just a note that said, "Welcome home. Just don't talk to Karen." 2 days later, my phone rings, Dana. My agent, all but whisper screaming, "Jared, what's going on? Your house is being guarded." At first I laughed, thought it was a joke. Nope. She'd pulled up with buyers and found 2 guys in navy jackets blocking the porch. HOA lockdown, they said. Wouldn't even let her open the lockbox. I damn near launched my coffee across the kitchen. I tore out of my new driveway, heart pounding all the way back to Willowcrest, and it's worse than I could imagine. Freshly mowed lawn. Now there's a sign stuck in it, property under community evaluation. Access denied. 2 fake cops just HOA patrol with patches stand guard, and behind them sunglasses perched on her nose like some low-rent Bond villain. There's Karen Shepard, president of the HOA, queen of the cul-de-sac. She flashes me a smile. "Jared, we were just talking about you." She starts spouting something about a community reassessment phase, 60 days board review potential buyers, Section 8 Addendum 4. Swear she just made it up that morning. I tell her, look, I'm not a member, I've canceled my dues, I moved out, this is my house, end of story. She threatens to escalate if I try to get in. Next thing I know, her patrol guy's calling 911. Cops show up, one's Officer Burns. You can tell he's been through this HOA rodeo before. Karen's laying it on thick about abandonment and suspicious financial maneuvers. I just hand over the deed payoff letter, written resignation, everything. Officer Burns gives her a look and says, "Ma'am, there's no legal basis to bar Mr. Livingston from his property." I could have hugged the guy. I walked Dana and the buyers in myself, Karen glaring through the window like she's plotting my funeral. Didn't say a word that day, not to her, not to the board, not to the cops. But in my head, yeah, the war had started. Next day, I'm hoping for an apology, something, anything. Instead, Dana texts me 3 photos. Orange tape all around my old house, looks like a crime scene. Big notice on the door entry, prohibited by order of Willowcrest HOA. She tried to show the place again, but the patrol told the buyers I'd abandoned the property and that it was under fraud investigation. Fraud. Now I'm slandered in my own neighborhood. Buyers ran off, Dana's losing patience, and I'm about ready to lose my mind. So back I go, folder stuffed with every legal doc I own. The patrol's gone, but the tape's still there, and so is Karen perched on her Lexus. "Morning, Jared," she says, like we're old friends. She starts lecturing about exit procedures. I hold up the proof, I'm outdone finished. "Not for you to decide," she says. Cops show up again. Burns looks exhausted. Karen claims there's a motion to block my sale filed in-house, whatever that means. Burns just sighs. "That's not how motions work." Hands me back my paperwork, tells Karen to stand down. But she's not done. That afternoon, a nervous voicemail from Barbara in HOA accounting, "Karen's charging me reassessment fees until the house sells." Illegal as hell, but Karen said you owe it. I sit in my truck and just laugh this wild, disbelieving laugh, charging me dues while blocking my sale. That night I draft letters to my lawyer, the county, and the HOA board. Draw a line in the sand, back off, or we go to court. I thought that would be enough. The next morning, there's an envelope taped to my new gate 20 miles from Willow Crest. HOA logo and all. Notice of disciplinary review, mandatory appearance required. They tracked me down out in the hills. My new neighbor Tom calls 2 women showed up at 3:47 a.m., snapping photos, saying they were investigating a departure without authorization. One was Karen herself, caught on my security camera disabling the infrared light with tape. No more Mr. Nice Guy. I called the sheriff, filed for trespassing and harassment. Deputy Ruiz shows up, watches the footage. She's seen a lot, but this takes the cake. Sir, this is clear trespassing. You want to press charges? Hell yes, I do. She warns me it could get political, but if Karen wants a fight, I'm ready. That's when it goes digital. My work email blows up with spam about investment opportunities in Willow Crest. Somebody's posted that I'm under IRS investigation, tanking my reputation. I forward it all to Julia, my lawyer. She says, we're documenting everything. Cease and desist letters coming. Don't confront them. That night I'm checking cameras, walking the fence line, find new tire tracks by the gate. So I put up a sign, private property, smile, you're on camera. It felt good just for a second. But Karen's just getting started. Next, I get a letter from the title company. My old house sale is frozen because of a disputed status. Escrows on ICE buyers are spooked. Dana is furious. This is sabotage, Jared. I can't sell your house if they're poisoning the deal. Julie and I meet, spread out the evidence from fake amendments to drone shots of my backyard. She says, we're not just defending, we're going on the offensive. We file a counterclaim for defamation, interference, trespassing. Julia finds that the amendment Karen used to block the sale is signed by someone who's been dead for 2 years, felony forgery. Then Rick, a former HOA board member, emails us anonymously. Karen snuck in a collective continuity clause giving the board final say on sales never properly voted on. Julia lights up. If we can prove that their whole case collapses. That same week, Willow Crest mailboxes get flooded with a glossy flyer, What Happened to Jared Livingston? It's pure slander, calling me a crypto scammer and a community threat. QR code goes to a slideshow, blurry photos of me, my license plate, even a grainy drone shot of my backyard. We add FA violations, police reports, all of it to our case. But Karen goes nuclear contacts, code enforcement files, anonymous tips about unpermitted structures and illegal surveillance on my new land. County slaps a zoning hearing on me. My new cameras spot Karen's car parked by my gate for 15 minutes. Julia laughs. They're so far out of line, the judge is going to love this. Finally, we get to court. Karen shows up, but she's a shell of herself. Hair pulled back so tight, it looks painful. 2 lawyers flanking her. Julia lays out everything: trespassing, forged signatures, drones, flyers, sabotage. Judge sees the drone footage, the dead man's signature, the fake board amendment. He grants an emergency injunction, no contact, no interference period. The court orders an audit of the HOA, and that's when it really starts to crumble. Turns out Karen embezzled HOA funds into her late husband's business. By Sunday, she's arrested, mugshot cuffs, local news. The sale finally closes, new owners put up a banner, no more HOA ever. Willow Crest board collapses, county dissolves the whole thing. Julia files one last civil suit for damages. I sit in court running on caffeine and revenge while Karen's new lawyer fumbles through the wreckage. Judge rules $1.9 million personally from Karen criminal charges for forgery, trespass, and wire fraud. Now I sit on my porch, 5 acres of cold beer in hand, new security system humming away, no HOA, no trespassing sign swinging on the gate. Freedom isn't just land without rules, it's knowing no one gets to lie about who owns it. So what do you think? Was I right to fight back, or should I have let it go? Drop a comment. Share your own stories about HOAs or what you'd do if you were in my boots. And hey, if you like a good fight for justice, don't forget to subscribe. There's always another story coming.